Better. Peace, y'all. How's everybody doing? It's a wet day in Atlanta. So, yeah, we here watering the plants. You know what I'm talking about? Before I even begin, I just want to say thank you to every single person that came out yesterday and made the Melanin Monday event a powerful event. You feel me? Thank you, everybody online, all of my KT aliens who pulled up and whatnot. We definitely put a classic together with Professor Griff. We'll have the 8K post-production, version very soon. Okay? That's being worked on. I'm working on the next episode for Melanin Monday coming up, so I'll keep y'all updated who our special guest will be. We're gonna bring somebody to the stage because I like the interviewing. I like the podcast format where I'm interviewing somebody in front of the studio audience rather than I'm just sitting there talking to my Zoom audience. Nah, I want to do interviews. I like the interviews. I want to see what people got going on, and I want to talk to people who are, giants and titans in their field. And Professor Griff is a giant and a titan in the world of hip-hop. He's the minister of information. He's the most consistent curator of information that we have in the culture. And when I talk about information, I'm talking about history. I'm talking about conspiracy theories, research, shit like that. You dig? He's at the forefront of that. I don't want to hear nothing about Vlad. Don't even disrespect the gods and bring up the name of any podcast, because we got to pay homage to people that come before the podcast. Professor Griff, if you didn't hear from anybody else, you heard it from me. Professor Griff, right, is one of the longest running curators of the culture. You feel me? Since the culture was started. Because, Stevie, what up, man? Stevie, holla at me, bro. I got some business for you. I say that Professor Griff is the most consistent because I literally can't think of nobody who's been feeding the people, right, proper information. Like Professor Griff is not giving us chatty patty. He's not giving us rumors and whatnot. He's not lying to us. He's not scamming us. This man has been very consistent, and he's been at the forefront of a lot of quote unquote information that could get you hurt, right? Because we get this information, you learning about brother love from the luxury of your phone. It's niggas that's next to brother love that's kind of scared and whatnot. They can't even go on live. They can't even talk about it in the public because they could get hurt. Like, exposing people comes with a cost. How is Poppy doing, y'all? I heard, I seen Pop. Is Poppy okay? Poppy's alive, right? Poppy's alive. Shit crazy out here. You know what I'm talking about? It could get dangerous. It could get spooky in these streets. You know what I'm talking about? So my dude has been threatened on many occasions. And he stood on the fucking front line. He didn't fold. He didn't get weak in the knees. He didn't complain. He didn't start making suicidal fucking Instagram posts and whatnot. He didn't say, I hate it here. He didn't tap out. He stayed consistent. Now, TikTok is going crazy. Instagram is going crazy. All of these YouTubers are, everybody's deep now. Everybody's exposing shit. Everybody's doing gematria. But you got to pay homage to the person who's been the face of this. That's why I made sure that the first interview that I did in Melanin Mondays in Atlanta, in Atlantis, right? Check this out. Shout out to my peoples over there. You know what I mean? At No Sean. I had this on last night. This shit was lit. You know what I'm talking about? Big drip. So I made sure that the first person that I tapped in with was Professor Griff. I see Atlanta. When I see Atlanta, I think about Griff. You know what I mean? Because he's been putting on for this city since I known him. And he put on last night. He definitely delivered. As a community, I feel that we should support that man, not just monetarily, but he needs a support system to let him know wherever you go, you good. And you should never want for anything, Professor Griff. You know what I mean? You should never want for anything. We should be able to hold it down for you right now. You put a book out, that shit sold out. You do a tour somewhere, we there. You speaking somewhere, we packing it out like they packed it out yesterday. It was standing room only at the Melanin Mondays IRL podcast in Atlanta. KTL and the ATL was standing room only. So the people made sure that they showed up and let that man know that he's loved. I'm saying all of that. It's on a Tuesday afternoon. It's raining outside where I'm at. And I'm really letting y'all know that the ball is in your court. And I hate always coming on Instagram addressing the audience. But because they made this a one-way conversation, I can't hear this. It's not like we on Zoom when I can hear from you. I always got to kind of like spark those conversations, because if we was sitting all in a room, if 62 of us was in a room, I would be engaging and I would expect people to engage back. You know what I'm saying? I would be building. I would be sharing my I'm a uncle, y'all. Elder, you know what I mean? They say youth for war, elders for counsel. So at this point in life, I'm just here for counsel. You know what I mean? I ain't fighting nobody war. You know what I'm talking about? I'm really here. I'm a councilman. You know what I'm saying? So the councilman would say to the audience, who is the network, y'all are the most important part of this whole equation. Don't forget that. Y'all are the most important part of the equation. So in order for the formula to fully manifest, all of the equations have to function properly. You can't have a deficit. You can't have the wrong equation and expect the same results of somebody that's using all of the right parts. So the simple equation in this formula is Professor Griff is going to be in Atlanta with KTL. Show up. That's the formula. No, this internet and social media and these phones and whatnot has created a situation where, the most minute request is not even met. It's almost like you gotta fucking pull teeth just to get the most minute shit. Like, yo, pull up at this time on your phone. Or in real life. You know what I'm saying? So know your role. Know your role. And your role is a special role. Like, you should relish in your role. I would wake up every day saying to myself, yo, I'm a piece of the fucking puzzle that's literally changing the world. You cannot, if you was in this shit for more than 10 years, if you wasn't in this shit for if you was in it for less than 10 years, then you get a pass, because you still figuring shit out and things are going on all around you and you're not necessarily equating it to you. You've been in it. You haven't been in it long enough to say, yo, everything that's going on was spoken of by elders and teachers who look like me, right? Before there was the internet. Yeah, I got the weed crumbs in the keyboard. Before there was an internet, before there was social media, before Vlad was doing interviews, before there was TikTok and whatnot, if you was into this shit for more than 10 years, then every single thing that you're seeing occur, you like, yo, the master teacher spoke on this. You could throw a name out there. It would be either a Bobby Hemmett, a Phil Valentine. It would be Taj Tariq Bey. It would be a C. Freeman L. It would be a Delbert Blair. I'm talking legends, y'all. I'm talking, I'm not talking, and no disrespect to anybody that came along. No disrespect. Because y'all are a part of the movie too. But I'm not talking about y'all. Anybody that came around in 2015, 2016, all of the new guys, right? And you could be old as fuck with gray hair and be a new guy. I'm talking about the foundation. And as a curator of this culture and as a councilman, I am positioning myself more so every single day. This is Rich Phil talking. Like I said, Red Pill is no more, right? I'm becoming a curator. So I gotta be correct in my whatever comes out of my mouth. It should be teaching the history to the people who are listening and watching and whatnot. Because at this point in the game, there's really nothing more important than getting the history right. Everything else is gonna fall by the wayside if we don't have the history, or if we don't have the rank and file, or if we don't have the chronological order in place. That is of utmost importance. So we have to know who plays the most important part. We got to know who the architects are. We got to know who the foundation is. We got to know who the pantheon of ancestors are so you could call on them. By a show of hands, have anybody used we still in Scorpio, right? Okay. Has anybody used the formula that I suggested where you put Panic, Azariah, who is named Azazel, and Brother Dawood on your altar, and you get busy on some dark night shit, dark night of the soul? Like, they will fucking do the real dirty work. Hint, hint. Hint, wink, wink, right? These are all occult, dark, warlike, fuck up the world, Kali Yuga energies. But once again, if you just came into this shit, I'm like Charlie Brown. If you just signed up to consciousness, if you just learned about consciousness through debates, if you just found out about consciousness through Vlad and WorldStar, you are at a deficit because there's a part of the history that you're missing, and you're gonna need to know that shit moving forward because you gotta know the fucking story. You gotta know the history. Because imagine being in a fucking gang, and this is no way supporting gang culture. This is not a gang. I'm just using it as a reference point. Imagine signing up to a gang and you didn't read the Constitution. You don't know nothing about Raymond Washington. You don't know who Tukey is. And you walking around claiming shit, and you're reaping the benefits of it. And you're claiming it. You're doing interviews. You're becoming the face of it. You're representing this shit on a global scale. No, Five, that's not how it works. No, hell fucking no. No, this shit is not no fly by night. This is an actual movement. And it's connected to groups of people. And the majority of those people are no longer here. You don't know who Tukey is because you're not a Crip. You don't need to know who Tukey is. But if you were running around in all blue, claiming the motherfucking community revolutionaries in progress, nigga, and you come around Crips and you don't know who Tukey is, they have the permission to duff you out. Rock your snot box, right? Discipline you, straighten you up, right? Give you a checkup from the neck up, right? Yeah, if you never read the ISIS papers, if you never read Dr. Francis Cress Welson's ISIS papers, it's like if you never read Destruction Before Civilization, like there's certain requirements. There's certain requirements. How could you learn what we missed? You just got to tap in. There's going to be some classes that I'll be putting together, master classes, and I'm going to have about 5 or 6 people on this panel and whatnot. I'll switch the panel up every session and every class because there's so many people that speak the history. I don't need to recycle the same people, but I'm going to have a 4-week curriculum where I'll have different people on the panel, and we will give you the history of this community. We will give you the foundations. We will give you the chronological time order. We will not be biased. We will not emit and omit names. We will give you names to call on. We will give you proper updates as to who is who and who is not who died broke, who died okay, whose spirit is trapped, whose spirit is all right on the other side, who to call on when you trying to get some bread, who to call on when you trying to get some head, who to call on when you trying to get some answers, who to call on when you trying to fuck shit up, right? Because we have ancestors, and these ancestors, they're not being utilized as ancestors. Our people are not embracing death. We're not embracing ancestors. We're not embracing the other side. We're not embracing our shrines. We're not embracing altars. We're not embracing motherfucking hit squads from the other quantum realm, hit squads in the spirit realm, hit squads that could really fuck shit up. Because shit is fucking up right now. Babylon is getting fucked up. Right? Fucked up. People don't know how to use them. Right? Because once again, and I spoke on this, I think it was last night. I was like, people in this community are skitzing out. Because imagine being a baby and they drop you off at daycare and you go right in the kitchen and start eating steak. Like grade A type steak. It's a huge flood in Dubai. Yes, inshallah. You know what I'm talking about? That's the wrath of Allah. That's the wrath of Allah. It's flooding in a fucking desert. You know what I'm talking about? That's the wrath of Allah, because certain people was in bed with Is It Real? Certain people is turning a fucking cheek and they got the power. You know what I mean? So nature's washing niggas up. Literally, Melanin Monday from last night. The 8K version will be available on Black Friday. The 2K version is available on Patreon right now. There's levels to this. We got the 8K version. It's gonna look like every single podcast that you see out there, clean, my nigga. You could see the motherfucking craters on my face. That's coming on Black Friday. We also are rolling out a capsule. I have 23 new items. 23 new items in this merch capsule. We are dropping it on Black Friday. We're dropping it on Black Friday. You feel me? Yeah. So yeah, Melanin Mondays was definitely fire. Griff was clean. Yeah, Griff had soldiers with him last night. He had about 4 or 5 soldiers. He came in. He was focused. He laid down his information. He got the fuck up out of there. You know? And we were able to document it. And that's why I'm doing Melanin Mondays in real life, because we got $1,000 cameras, 8K cameras, movie cameras. We got lights. We got mics. We got production. We got fucking neon light. All we need is the grass wall, and we're officially AT aliens. You know what I mean? Oh, you live in Dubai and it's all gravy over there? Okay. Well, she said it was flooding. When was it flooding in Dubai? Because I did see the footage of a big fucking flood in Dubai and in Mecca and whatnot. Queen Morlight, legend. Was goody? Legend. Yes, the neon sign is fucking litty. Shout out to Knowledge to God, my guy. It's his birthday from Hip Hop Is Real. Shout out to all of my Scorpions. I know the sun is setting on us, but worry not, my niggas. Worry not, my niggas. I was in the fucking studio, my nigga. I captured lightning in a bottle during the month of Scorpio. We ain't let this bitch get away from us. That's all you could really do. The time is moving so fast. You just gotta create some shit within the fucking time of a sign and just let the time go by. Yeah, let SAG push us out the way. I hope y'all put on during SAG though, because Scorpion was the cleanup season. You know what I'm talking about? I hope y'all finish this bitch out. You know? Saudi is getting rain and snow in the desert. Yeah, I think judgment is coming to y'all. You know what I mean? It's coming fast. You know. Yeah, we captured lightning in a bottle for the month of Scorpio, so you'll see the rollout coming real soon. You remember when I chose Melanin Monday as the name? Yeah. That was dope. That was dope. I love that it was crowd participation, right? I didn't do it in a room by myself. I did it in front of y'all. And, you know, I stood on that shit. We picked a name, and that's what we stood on. Third Eye Thursdays, too. I'm thinking about making Third Eye Thursdays a live show, but that's a lot of work in Atlanta. So I need more participation. I need people to come out like they came out last night every time we doing that. And by doing that, then we're able to extend our presence in the city and whatnot. I mean, we only live one life, man. You know, shit is moving fast. And the news on Thursdays is definitely light years away from the news that be on Monday. So we got a lot to talk about. It's just, can y'all keep up? Could y'all keep up? Because I'm consistent. Whenever they give out the award for consistency, y'all niggas need to vote me and Blue Pill at #1. I don't know nobody more consistent. Rich is looking real good, being consistent and whatnot. But Blog Talk Radio, Tuesdays and Fridays, consistently. YouTube, on multiple platforms, uploads every fucking day, consistently. Melanin Mondays started in my goddamn bedroom and whatnot. A nigga had an Android, bro. I started that bitch on an Android. The talk about struggle. Where all of my Android niggas? And I'm not even I didn't have the Android that y'all have. Y'all got the Android that could look at the moon. That's how good y'all cameras are. My shit was like handheld. You know what I'm talking about? I think I started it on a BlackBerry. How about that? I started that shit on a BlackBerry. And then Third Eye Thursdays, Melanin Mondays. You know what I'm saying? The consistency. You know? It has to amount for something. You feel me? I had a Hello Moto. I definitely had the Hello Moto, my nigga. You feel me? But if I could do it, then I'm just showing you could do it. There's nothing that I did that anybody watching me, I don't give a fuck who you are or where you came from. You know what I mean? You don't have no excuse. I took excuses away in this community, bro. I erased that shit. I did everything from the bottom up. You want to talk about started from the bottom? Nigga, I started a clothing line in 2005, right? Putting ancestors, putting fucking iconography on t-shirts. It wasn't nobody doing that prior to that. Let's be fucking clear. The only person that was doing something like that was a brother by the name of Sutek. And then Pharaonic Corp. I don't know what year he started, but we started around the same time. You dig? And a nigga started humble on 125th Street standing at a table. Nigga, do you know how much pride you had to swallow to be an entrepreneur in 2005? Niggas they started doing that during the pandemic and whatnot. They made entrepreneur a trend. That's the new thing in the post-EYL world. But we was on entrepreneur all the way back then. Niggas had the audacity. And I got clowned for that shit. You know what I mean? You have no idea. I got dragged for that shit in my hood, bro. Niggas finished me. They was like, yo, this nigga's at the Goodwill table uptown. I'm a Brooklyn nigga, and I was in Harlem selling t-shirts. So it sound good to the conscious community, but to the niggas in the street to get money, I'm a get money nigga. I'm not no stand at the table ass nigga. I'm not no wear copper. I had fucking diamonds and platinum in 1997 when it mattered, bro. 1998, nigga. I was wearing my fucking gold. I was wearing my jewelry in the tunnel, nigga. Shit different, nigga. All my polo is stolen, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, it's a completely different story. So don't ever compare. Don't ever put us in the same fucking category. Like, it's you gonna be the goofy. It's not me. You're gonna be the one looking crazy. Don't confuse me with anybody else. And that's not me being arrogant. I'm just helping you out. So I mentioned all of that stuff a minute ago, but all of that is ego. All of that is ego. All of that is me being stuck in my fucking second childhood to please these niggas. I'm sure you could relate. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, I was standing at that table with my head high, motherfucking chin up, prouder than a motherfucker. I knew people from my old hood was coming uptown just to take pictures of me. Not to celebrate me, to run back to Flatbush and be like, yo, Red Pill, not even Red Pill, I'm Twin, I'm Phil Figure. Yo, Twin and Phil Figure, I think his brother is there too. Them niggas is selling t-shirts in Harlem. I got the proof, because back then you didn't have cell phones like that. Niggas had Polaroids. Look, it's him. You know what I mean? It's him. And niggas was like, oh, no, that can't be. One of they fucking icons had fallen in front of them, bro. One of their icons, a giant in the boosting world, in the streets, in the nigga world, right? From the shiny suit era, from the tunnel era. That's the era that I come from. You know what I mean? They like, we lost one. That nigga Twin is on crack. That nigga Twin is wildin'. He on some Africa Bambaataa, peace, love, and light. He on some motherfucking Black Power. He on some Egypt. He on some Dr. He on all of that shit. You know, when niggas don't know, they just assume you on everything. I'm like, nigga, I'm just growing. Right? Fast forward to 10 years after that, them same niggas that was taking pictures was coming uptown buying shirts and lectures and whatnot. And they were fucking giddy. They were giddy. They were elated. They part of the movement now. They've conformed. I didn't have to go back to Flatbush. Flatbush came to me. You understand? Consistency was the only reason, though. If I wasn't consistent and I tried to go back to Flatbush, I would have got clowned out of fucking New York. I would not be where I am right now. My name wouldn't be what it was. I wouldn't have the fucking the respect, whatever the fuck it is. You know what I mean? It just wouldn't be what it was. But I stood on my square and I said, fuck these niggas. They could, you know what I mean? They could kiss my ass. Nigga, I'm done with that life. This is my open protest. My middle finger to the industry and all of that was standing on 125th Street at a fucking table, bro. At a table, pushing a shopping cart sometime and a stroller in the other hand, nigga. I had it real. I was like a single fucking dad, my nigga. You know what I mean? My son's mama, she was working. Not this nigga behind me that's doing graffiti on the wall. Not young Basquiat. My 16-year-old. And everybody in the community from Harlem and New York knows in 2007, I was like one of the first dudes bringing his child to work. I was making that shit cool, bro. I was making that shit cool. Now when you walk around, you see fathers pushing them baby carriages. I'm not saying that I was the one, but when I was doing it, I was like, it was almost like being in the middle of the ocean because, you know, it was some new shit. I was bringing my son to work with me. My job was on 125th Street, right? My son met Sarah Suit and Seti with me the same time. You know what I'm talking about? My son was right there when they was debating. My son seen everything. He soaked up Everything. The first 7 years, you know, when they talk about the first 7 years, I'm like, the first 7 years, that nigga I'm throwing him in the middle of this whole shit. You feel me? He was in the middle of all of that. He soaked up all of that, bro. There's nothing that a mayor could tell me, you know what I'm saying? He saw history through his own eyes, yo. I used to carry I had a walk-up, a 6-flight walk-up on 129th Street, my nigga. And the way that walk-up was, it was crazy because if you drop something, it's a dead drop. I would carry my son in one arm, and I would have a fucking shopping cart that had a table and a bag. I would have a table, a shopping cart with mad clothes and that shit, and my son's carriage, and I'm carrying him all the way to 6 flights, right? I did that from 2007 to 2009, y'all. You dig? Like, I really sacrificed to put on, and people, you know, they benefited from that. To this day, they benefited. You could just create a fucking design and put it on a shirt, and now you part of $1 billion marketplace and whatnot. We started that through blood, sweat, and tears in Harlem, right? And I loved every minute of it, yo. I loved every minute of it. There was times that I wanted to tap out, but 1 second later, nigga, I snapped out of that shit. And I was like, I can never go back because the fucking streets would have killed me, bro. If I would have tried to go back, they would have assassinated me. Because in their eyes, I was already dead. I was already dead because I wasn't feeding that demon anymore. I wasn't feeding the demon time demon. I wasn't feeding the underworld demon. I was bucking against that system by being in Harlem, standing outside with fucking an ankh around my neck, talking about consciousness. I was going against the streets. I was public enemy number one, but we were persona non grata for a minute. We were persona non grata. They would have put me and my brother in the store and set us up and put cases on us because that's how the streets do you, bro. The streets fucking hate you. The streets will kill you. I'm from the streets. I'm here to let you know they will eat you alive. If you turn on them, they will punish you. They don't forget. They forgive, but they don't forget. So I can never go back to the streets, and I would never go back to the streets because the streets are now with me. I don't have to go back to the streets because I stood 10 toes down, and now the streets is on the same stage that I'm on, nigga. You feel me? The streets is on the stages that I'm on, and they know what it is. They know what it is. Most blacks think this community is full of weirdos. That's cool. The people perish for a lack of knowledge. They have every right to think what they think, right? But being somebody who helped build this community from the beginning, and I know what the true community is, you know, I would say that, you know, they got to look at themselves in the mirror. If we weirdos, then what the fuck is that community where they got women walking around with woods and they cool with that? Niggas go on Tinder dates with Transformers, and that's the modus operandi, right? The modus operandi over there is niggas is still playing video games, and the modus operandi over there is niggas is still eating pig ass. And the modus operandi over there is niggas is still killing each other over disagreements. And the modus operandi over there is niggas is still scheming on each other and preying on each other. And pigeons is killing pigeons when they could have been flying with falcons. So I don't give a fuck about no 85ers. Let's be clear. Like, you know, I never did and I never will. You know, I'm divested from that world. That's the humans that Panic talk about. Fuck them niggas. You know what I'm talking about? Those are considered NPCs to me. They're non-playable characters. And to be honest with you, until they pledge allegiance to their higher self, them niggas is a threat. Them niggas is a threat. So I'm not concerned with them. I'm more so concerned with the millions of people who lights are on, who's supposed to be standing on business and whatnot, who's supposed to be standing tall and whatnot, and they're not standing on business, and they're not standing tall and they're scattered, right? And they got their orientation fucked up from the beginning. So they started out flawed, right? I'm looking for those people so we can help clean them up and dress them up for the party and plug them into the right network and to the right system so they could get real power. That's what I'm in. I'm on that time. I don't have it. The time is over to us to convince anybody outside of this community of who we are. Fuck them niggas. They gonna dick ride later in life. Like these niggas that I was just talking about from Brooklyn and from the streets that were butthurt because we didn't want to go boosting anymore. Right? Or we didn't want to sell them niggas stolen shit. I was like, I went from taking clothes to making clothes. So now they gotta buy these Jamaican hoes. Bars. No, now they gotta come and buy what I'm selling them, and it's from my mind. It's something that I designed. We was getting cotton reparations back in the days, and that's nobody's business. If you was there, you was there, and you was part of that. You know what I mean? You know what it is, nigga. We got our reparations a long time ago. And we're going to get more reparations. You know what I mean? That's the name of the game. Set this shit up so our children's could eat. Oh, yes. Remember the Islamic Center in Detroit? Phil Valentine? Me and Abundance Child in blue? Yeah, I remember that. 2009. You know what I'm saying? 2009. So, fast forward to where we are right now. We in a beautiful, beautiful existence. We live in a world that our master teachers have created in their minds, because I live in the existence of the master teachers, nigga. They put me in a whole new galaxy. They put me in a whole new reality. They put me in a whole new world. My loyalty is to them. You feel me? My loyalty doesn't lie with the rappers, because I had to get with the master teachers to get the fuck up out of the hellhole and the nightmare and the dystopian world that the rappers created. You dig? It was the master teachers that pulled me the fuck up out of that shallow grave. So I have to honor them. That's why I did what I did with Professor Griff. And I'm doing what I'm doing. I did something with Kaba Khamenei. I did something with Ross Ben. I did something with Ra Aku, nigga. I did something with Chicago Crypto and put bread in each one of their hands and whatnot. You feel me? Made sure that they could pay their fucking bills, my nigga. And thank you for everybody, the 1 or 2% of the community that pulled up and supported that endeavor, that were there. I appreciate y'all. It only takes 1 and 2% of y'all. That's how crazy this shit is. You know what I mean? It only takes 2% of y'all to pull up, and we're able to feed our master teachers, right? We're able to feed our peers and our contemporaries. And I don't have to, when I point fingers, I don't have to feel like, what have you done, Red? Nigga, I've contributed. I made a fucking way, bro. I prepared a plate and a meal and a table, bro. And I'm gonna make bigger plates, bigger meals, 7-course meals. I'm gonna feed my motherfucking team. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna feed I live in abundance. It's an abundance of food. Food will never run out. Food will never run out. Amen, niggas. Food will never run out. So I don't live in lack. I live in abundance. And I'm doing this shit for the Cold Crush brothers. Y'all gonna give what y'all owe. These streaming platforms, these $1 trillion streaming platforms, yeah, sock it to my pocket. There goes my Cash App. You niggas was I was not around on my birthday. I guess the taxes ain't hit. Yeah, that part. Yeah. So it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. We live in a $1 billion market right now. We live in a $1 billion market. It's niggas out here that made millions of dollars off of CMOS. It's people out here making millions of dollars off of copper and all kind of stuff. All of these concepts were introduced to y'all, right? All of these you didn't fucking wake up with this shit. All of these concepts were introduced to y'all by curators, right? people are they so fucking egotistic and hateful, right? And jealous that they be afraid to say the names of pioneers and curators in their culture. But they'll sit around with dicks in their mouths and talk about weird shit all day. That's what they'll do. They'll sit around like on some barbershop shit, playing video games, you know, at their mama's house or being in the basement, yelling at phones and whatnot. And they won't give credit where credit is due. Me, personally, we not the same. Why is that? Because I'm constantly giving credit where credit is due. I say the names of the legends. I say names of people y'all don't even know so y'all can go and look them up. I introduce you to people. I don't make it about myself. I'm like, nah, I'm standing on the shoulders of some fucking legends, some giants. You should get to know these people because these are the people that are powering the machine that I'm running off of. I'm not getting this shit off of fucking YouTube, nigga. I'm not getting this shit off of debate niggas. I'm not getting this shit off of some TikTok niggas. Nigga. I'm not getting this shit off of niggas I follow on Instagram. Nigga. You know what I mean? Like, come on. I'm getting this shit off of some fucking legends that, you know, that you may know about and you might not know about. Because like I said, I was here and I ain't see none of y'all in the beginning. I didn't see none of y'all at the beginning of the shooting of this movie. Y'all were not there at day one of the fucking action. Action. Y'all wasn't there. So y'all came along later in the movie, which shows me y'all been written into the fucking script. So we got to get you updated to what the fuck is going on and who was there at the beginning. Because if you don't know that, just don't talk to me at this point. Because niggas be talking and I be like, bro, where's your... What? It's levels of schizophrenia taking place, bro. It's levels of schizophrenia. When you don't have the history and the timeline and you don't know what you're talking about, you be saying shit that just don't make sense. And I'm not entertaining a loopy reality because your perception is your reality. So what you perceive is what you believe. So motherfuckers be perceiving things. Y'all was perceiving Polite and y'all was perceiving Nature Boy and y'all was perceiving other people. And I'm like, that's the loopy shit that I be like, if you perceive different, if you see things on a completely different spectrum than how I may see it, then it's safe to say that we don't even live in the same reality. Yes, Lord. Y'all brought us to Connecticut, to Waterbury for the facts. You know what I mean? And salute to you and salute to your team and your tribe for believing in us and setting up the way because quiet as kept, we was shitting it all that like the promoters didn't believe in us. The promoters didn't believe in us. We had a few promoters that believed in us that helped us make classics and whatnot. It wasn't like niggas' phones was blowing up crazy and motherfuckers was, you know, knocking down the doors and shout out to Choke No Dope. Yeah, Choke. Sir, I believe we had shot some footage with Knowledge to God at the Revolt Fest. And we were having some prophetic conversations about a lot of shit that's going on right now. I'm gonna have to reach out to Knowledge and see what up with that footy. You know what I mean? But we was out there being real prophetic because I see shit unfold real quick. But yeah. Them promoters wasn't fucking with us like that. You know what I'm talking about? My nigga Heru out of Waterbury, he made it right. He made it right. And as a result of that, we were able to share our lectures. You know, shout out to King Simon. But it took King Simon to like 2022 to book a nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they wasn't booking us. Sinetta never booked us. You know what I mean? Shout out to Rich. Rich had us he booked us. But we had to book ourselves. Shout out to Monique at Nicholas. She believed in us. But niggas had to book themselves. And it wasn't even like we was being overlooked. It was like, fuck them niggas. That's how I see it. Niggas knew the potential, but they wasn't fucking with us like that. They kept us on a leash. Kept niggas on a leash, bro. So if y'all only know the stories on a lot of shit that be going on, you would fucking puke. You would puke. You would puke. The level of individualism that this community has succumbed to, right? Individualism means that you only thinking for yourself. You did not come into this shit to think about you did not come into this to think about the network. You did not come into this to think about the tribe. You did not come into this really to think about the community. You came into this thing on debate energy. You came into this with men arguing. It's like drill rap. Niggas have the audacity to talk about drill rap and to try to shun the youth. But consciousness underneath the reins of the agents was drill rap. And a lot of people that's watching this shit right now, you had the privilege to be introduced to consciousness, but it was during the drill rap era, right? So you didn't come in when the teachers were benevolent. You did not come into this shit because the teachers, even the master teachers, had beef with each other, right? But it wasn't in public though. They were not at war with each other. They were not talking. It got to a point in this movement where the Blickies had to come out. They went past calling people's mothers names and whatnot. It got to the point where guns came out. It got to the point where people were talking about shooting each other. When that Hassan Campbell energy, right? I put my life on the line for this nigga, bro. Do you understand? We went against Bambaataa, bro. I did not know this man, bro. We specifically pushed his case to the forefront and was like, no, we gotta stand up for this man right here, and we have to bring this nigga up on charges. I put a target on myself, and homie wasn't a teacher. Homie didn't have a YouTube. Homie was a victim. You understand? Homie was in victim service unit. And we put everything on the line for this nigga, for him to turn around, and it was so much negative energy that he brought into this whole fucking movement, and then he destroyed Sanetta's platform single-handedly. I'm talking about he pillaged that shit, right? And Sanetta that's between them two, right? It almost looked like spiritual karma when you step back and look at it, right? But it's crazy. It's crazy the shit that be happening. You know how many people niggas put on? I never even got a thank you card. Never even got a thank you card. These are some ungrateful bastards, bro. These motherfuckers are so ungrateful in this community, and they in front of y'all telling y'all about God this and God that and all of these other things, bro. You have no idea. Motherfuckers are so much about themselves. They are so they so fucking conniving, bro. It's a lot of double talk to be taking place in front of these cameras. Like I said, you can't believe nothing that you see on these cameras. Don't fall for that. No motherfucker could say anything on the camera, because who's gonna hold them to the fire? Motherfuckers be on camera right in front of me lying, bro. You know what I'm talking about? With a straight face. They be lying right there. I be like, damn, these some bold ass niggas. But y'all have to be mindful of what the fuck you dealing with. Y'all done signed up to this shit on some real game goofy shit. Nigga, this is worse than the streets. Nigga, like I said, I left the streets and I came uptown, and the streets felt slighted that I left them. And my word to the streets was, nigga, this shit is there's another level in Mortal Kombat. Nigga, I'm in the streets. How can I leave the streets? And everything that I was doing was in the streets. I wasn't behind closed doors. I wasn't in mama's basement. I wasn't hiding. I had my back turned to 102 to the Apollo. Anybody could have pulled up and Ricky the nigga. Ricky! And then anybody could have pulled up with a bat and just jumped out and hit me in my head, because I was on YouTube talking wild spicy about everybody. I was going to war every time they put the camera on me, bro. Early Red Pill is not laid back like Rich Phil. Rich Phil is chilling. You know what I'm talking about? Rich Phil got salt and pepper in his beard, nigga. You know what I mean? I'm a zaddy now. I'm fucking unk, nigga. I'm chilling. I'm going to war differently. My war is from high above, nigga. But out there in 125th Street, I was at war. Keep in mind, we were surrounded by hood niggas. We were surrounded by the streets. The fucking weed dealers, the 3-cart Monty dealers, the niggas that was selling DVDs, they was selling porn, they was selling rap video, they was selling mixtapes, they was making thousands of dollars. They was pimps out there, nigga. There was gangbangers out there, nigga. It wasn't just consciousness on 125th Street. Do you know 125th Street has the most foot traffic of anywhere in the nation? So I was in the middle of the fucking sea of everything going on in New York City was right there. And I told my street niggas, this is the streets on a higher level. Y'all niggas don't deal with spiritual warfare. Y'all niggas don't deal with intellectual warfare. Y'all not dealing with niggas that evil geniuses like Freaky Cuz. Y'all not dealing with that. This is at a higher level. So I told my niggas from the streets, nigga, I graduated. And it took them like 10 years to see that. But now they know. Now they know. They fuck with it. They see me on a higher level. You know what I mean? They see me on a higher level. But I was dangerous, bro. In them Harlem streets. I was on the grid. I'm in Atlanta right now. You know, it's turned up out here, but I'm on a different grid. So on Harlem, I was in the streets. My ribs was touching. I done told you I had to walk up 6 flights, right? After I stopped pushing my son in the carriage, he grew up. He started chilling and walking and whatnot. My daughter was born. When my daughter was born in 2014, that gave me a second lease on life. When my son was born in 2020, that gave me a third lease on life. So if you a parent out there, or you to be parent, if you're a father thinking about should you be a parent, I'm here to let you know you would have gotten a different version of Philip fucking Moreland if not for those star seeds coming through and blessing the God, right? And making me more wealthier, nigga. I'm Rich Phil because I have 3 seeds, bro, that are treasures to this world. Yeah, real niggas smoke roaches. Don't judge me. You know what I'm talking about? Don't judge me. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's why I'm Rich Phil. Rich Phil is a legacy. You know what I'm talking about? But Rich Phil gonna put on for these motherfucking 3 seeds. I tell you that. That Red Pill shit, yeah, that's a whole era right there. But this is the Rich Phil era. We get into the bag, to the bagging 10, nigga. I'm doing MLMs, I'm doing LLMs, I'm doing it all. You feel me? I'm getting niggas they contract, I'm getting people they money and whatnot. I'm putting suits on, I'm putting hard bottoms on. You feel me? I'm gonna be around white folks. That part, nigga, you gonna see me around white folks. Rich Phil, nigga, around white people. How about that? You know what I'm saying? But know that I'm getting to it. I'm not on some P. Diddy. Take that, take that. This ain't Brother Love, nigga. This is Rich Phil. You dig? That Roach do got some more hits to it, right? I'm gonna let it live. I'm gonna let it live, though. You dig? But yeah, man. Shit. We went through a lot to get to where we at. We went through a lot. Rich Pill or Rich Phil? Nah, Rich Phil instead of Rich Paul. I'm channeling, right? I'm trade lining this nigga. I'm attaching my fucking credit line to his. Rich Phil. You know what I'm saying? Or Rich Felipe. Which one works better? Because Felipe sounds, that shit sound expensive. That your chips gotta be up to eat at Felipe Child's. Rich Phil or Rich Felipe? Talk black to me. I'm going all the way in, y'all. That was my birthday present to myself, was a new alter ego. I couldn't get myself anything but a new alter ego. And that was it. Rich Phil. You know what I mean? And I was like, thank you, because I really needed. I was getting kind of bored with Red Pill. You feel me? That shit was running its course. And then YouTube put a nail in that coffin when they terminated the channel. They ended the era. You dig? Because that era, it wasn't started on YouTube, but it's a YouTubian thing. Yeah, Mario, nigga. Mushrooms. Fuck is you talking about? Super Mario, nigga. Yeah, Rich Felipe. Rich Felipe when I'm overseas. Thank you. Yeah, Rich Felipe when I'm in South America and I'm in the motherfucking UK, y'all, and Dubai. Because we, Melanin Monday, Dubai is coming up. Right? Yeah, they wasn't ready for the shroom boom. That's another thing. We don't even get no thank yous for the shroom boom. We don't get no thank yous for that. Huh? Blue Pill is on higher level conversations, 3 million something. And he's like, yo, Dr. Sabi told me take the shrooms, my nigga. Niggas wasn't doing shrooms in the hood like they doing now. Are you dumb? Not niggas wasn't doing shrooms in 2019. Richard Pillington. Yeah, this hoodie is fire. Look at the back. I got white bitches walking with me, nigga. How about that? We not playing, bro. We turning this clothes thing into $1 million. I'm not. I'm doing. We getting into production for different brands and whatnot. You know. We doing production. We stepping it up. We stepping it up. Well, Baba Kalindi, I am never going to try to take credit for anything. Let me humble myself. Baba Kalindi, who we had on Know the Ledge Radio in 2012, who put on, right? He put on our earlier listeners, right? Because we got waves of listeners. I don't even know where the fuck my earlier listeners are, to be honest with you. It's like this is like the 8th cycle or 9th or 10th of new listeners. I don't know where the old niggas went. But they started doing shrooms in 2012-ish, 13 when Baba Kalindi came on the show. Then in 2020, we kind of like, we helped to pioneer this shit, bro. We helped to push this shit. Now the hood is healing. Don't get judgmental, y'all, because this is not drugs. Don't be the police on a nigga. These are fucking mycelium. This is some shit that grows in shit. You know what I mean? This is a fungus. But God damn it, if the shit don't help you, I'm on fan base. I've been on fan base before everybody was talking about fan base. Yeah, I've been on fan base. Somebody should tag Isaac Hayes and just tell him Red been on fan base. Get him that bag. I mean, if we talking about anything going anywhere, I'm not going nowhere until they pay to God. I don't know if y'all know how social media work these days. Niggas is getting bags. Millions. 7 and 8 digits. So, Rich Phil is going to negotiate any movements that Red Pill does. You understand? Yeah, even in the video with Panic, how to die and not come back. You know, she talks about me coming through and bringing him that pack. This was in 2020. Like we was telling the community, you know, Uncle Hank Risen's son with the toad and whatnot. He put me on. So we belong to a community. I'm not saying, once again, I'm not an individual. I'm not an individual. I belong to a collective. Every time you listen to Blog Talk Radio, it was me, Blue, and another guest. So it's not about us. It's about our team. It's about our network. It's about the network. Our network is our net worth. We introduce y'all to these people, not the other way around, right? So that's our network. right? These are the people that we know. Nobody was like, Red, these are our people. No, nigga, this our people. You know what I'm talking about? These are our people. I don't got to go through nobody to meet someone, nigga. They got to come to me sometimes to get these people. These are our people. I don't know if y'all realize that or not, but this is my network. We help to water global consciousness just with our network. You don't see Dr. Sabi on Black Magic or Black News. No disrespect to their platforms and whatnot. But that wasn't that network. That was part of Know the Ledge network. You understand? So we just got to get the history together, man. Yeah, Baba Kalindi, he's the master when it comes to the heroic dose. He's the master when it comes to the research. They were putting together psychedelic conferences. KT was really leading the charge even before us. I got to put KT in the bag because KT, his name, he was the one that was pushing the shrooms real heavy as well. And he has the research. And he was tapped into Baba all the way back then. So, yeah, it's a whole movement. And when I see hip hop people on it, I'm not judging because they getting healing. I would rather that than a damn perk. I would rather that than a Fetty. I would rather that than a Coke. I would rather that than an X and an MDMA and all of that. So what's wrong with some damn plant-based medicine? Nah. Them niggas is crack babies and they got daddy issues. Some of these women got taken advantage of, these strippers and whatnot, because all the strippers is on shrooms and Casamigos and whatnot, right? So the strippers are going on retreats and whatnot, and they going to like Tulum and shit like that. And what they think is a fun time, or what they would call a night out on a party, is really a healing session. A healing session, right? Unless, of course, you taking coke and shrooms, or you doing like Casamigo and shrooms. I don't think that shit is a good combo. I never tried it, but from the looks of things, I don't know if that's a good combo. You know what I mean? Like, don't eat a shrimp taco and then do a fucking a shroom trip. You want to fast, or you want to be on some liquids, or you want to be on some fruits and whatnot 24 hours prior to you going in, because the fungus, you know what I mean, is going to interact with whatever's in your body and your system and whatnot. So you might take shrooms, but now the shrooms are interacting with the meat, and the meat was tortured, right? Before the meat was tortured, the animal was tortured before it became a steak on your table and whatnot. So now you're going to have a trip that's going to have those frequencies of the torture. And you're going to feel that on your trip, and you're going to internalize it, and you're going to think, oh, I had a bad trip. No, nigga, you had a bad meal. You had a fucking bad meal, and then you took shrooms on top of it. You know what I'm saying? So once again, it's the same thing that I was saying about consciousness. There's no instruction manual. Everybody is jumping into the middle of the fucking Olympic pool. There's no lifeguards. Nobody is standing at the gates. You know what I mean? There's no type of cohesiveness. So people drown, people get hurt, people spaz out, people short-circuiting. People are out here, they are short-circuiting. They are malfunctioning because they are babies eating steak, right? They're babies eating steak, and they're doing things without reading the instruction manuals, right? Because all of these things that we're dealing with, from the information down to the rituals, down to the ceremonies, I don't give a fuck. I know that we in a new dimension and everything, but they still require and they still mandate a certain level of discipline, and also a certain level of ceremony, and also a certain level of, you have to have somebody that's coaching you. You don't know it all. Do not let your teachers make you that arrogant and that pompous, right? And that much of a know-it-all, that you don't humble yourself, or you don't approach this shit with some form of modesty. I don't like the word humble, But you got to approach this shit with some form of modesty, because I promise you, it's not what you think it is. You know what I mean? You have to have you need guidance. You need guidance, y'all. And I'm saying this to myself. I'm not talking down and I'm not preaching. I'm really just channeling, and I'm speaking to self. So I always have to preface that so people don't think, oh, this nigga think that he da 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 da. Nah. Elders for counsel, youth for war. I'm giving you some counsel. I'm trying to help you on this journey and whatnot, so you don't make the mistakes that I see a lot of people making. And we can't save you, bro. There's nothing that we can do to save you once you're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, the Caribbean Ocean, the Indian Ocean, and you drowning. Or there's sharks pulling on you and whatnot, because y'all fucking around, y'all going into this dark magic shit, y'all doing rituals, y'all doing ceremonies, and y'all got entities pulling on y'all. You know what I mean? Playing around. Niggas is taking shrooms and crack. You know what I mean? You trying to keep up with, you trying to catch up to the psychedelic or the psychonaut rappers and whatnot, and you taking concoctions. I'm in Atlanta. It's like 2022, I think. And I'm around the young niggas, bro. These niggas is on everything. These niggas is on everything. You feel me? I'm like, damn, bro. Where the fuck are you trying to go? That's the question. They doing everything. It's not just the young people. People who are in what is known, it's a new leg of consciousness. It's the psychedelic movement. It's the I want to be God, so I'm gonna break down all the walls. I'm gonna max out. I'm going in. Because a lot of people have fiend-like tendencies, right? Already. They have addictive personalities, right? They have addictive personalities and addictive tendencies. So now that same personality and tendencies are being, quote unquote, they're being put towards the quest for godhood. Niggas is doing anything to tap into that God frequency. That's really where I'm seeing it heavy. Yeah, Molly is heavy in Florida, I know. Shit, it's heavy in Atlanta too. That Molly water. So they like, yo, we want to be tapped in, and whatever it takes, we're going to take it. Whatever we got to take, it don't matter. We're going to take an excess of it. So people are mixing LSD with the shrooms. They mixing DM. They taking a bufo and the fucking snake venom at the same time. You know, people are just tapping in. You know, but it's not for everybody, and there's gonna be collateral damage in all of that. And that's going to look like people walking around talking to themselves. That's going to look like people walking around looking possessed and whatnot. That's going to deal with people that's spazzing out and whatnot. That's going to deal with a lot of shit. So, we got to be very, very, very mindful. Very mindful of what we out here doing and, you know, what we just lived. Because the YouTube era is not the same as the other eras where there was more discipline and there was more cohesiveness. You in a TikTok, you beyond the YouTube era, you're in the TikTok era now. So just be mindful of what you do with the information that you get. But knowing that hip hop is trying out mushrooms, it's coming full circle. I believe when hip hop began, they was doing shit like that, right? That was during that era in the 70s. They were doing the same thing. Coke, opiates, and shrooms, and acids, uppers and downers. So life is centrifugal, right? I didn't make this shit up. It's nothing to judge. It's more about an observation than anything because there's nothing that you could do about it, right? Yes, Walking Dead is filmed in Atlanta, right? That's the ritual. That's the ritual. So now Walking Dead comes out. You don't see zombies. You don't see people walking dead. You don't see people laying on the sidewalks. You don't see bodies laid out. Fast forward after The Walking Dead comes out, Kensington and Pennsylvania, right? All of the homeless crises in New York. All of those scenes from Walking Dead are now your reality. You feel me? Yeah, TikTok, somebody said TikTok got the worst teachers. TikTok has an array of teachers. There's a spectrum of teachers on TikTok ranging from very effective, right? Very good research to the craziest shit I probably ever heard in my life in 1 minute. And motherfuckers is straight cuckoo birds. You know what I'm talking about? Cuckoo Cal and all of them, right? Yeah, there's zombies in Philly and whatnot, right? Now there's zombies in white America and all over. It wasn't like that before, because if it was like that after when Walking Dead dropped, then people would have been uploading the pictures and been like, that's right here. All we got is us. Let's stop being afraid of each other. I don't have no problem with anybody that's out there. You know what I mean? There's nobody that ever crossed me to the degree to where we got to pull them scorpion stingers out. So on that note, there's a lot that could be done moving forward in a real successful manner. Rich Phil is putting together a book, you know what I'm saying? And in that book, which is sponsored by Stream Chasers, Rich Phil is going to talk about 44 solutions, you know, to basically just to win. Just to win. That's all it is. That's really what this is about. How we gonna win? I don't want to talk about nothing else. How we gonna win? There's a war going on outside no man is safe from. How we gonna win? And we can't have individual conversations. I'm publicly putting it out there as Rich Phil. I'm not an individual kind of guy. I'm more of a collective. I belong to a conglomerate. I belong to a network and a collective. I move as a unit. When I move, thousands move with me. That's how I move. I move as a force. You know what I mean? So I'm not on some one person type shit. And I switch it up. It's not always got to be my face. I got two brothers who stand strong in their own right. I got other people as a part of my collective that stand strong in their own right. You can't kill the man and kill the plan. You can't kill the man and kill the plan because the plan is bigger than the man and whatnot. You know what I mean? The plan is bigger than the man. So what is the plan that we all agree upon? What is the plan that we are all aiming for? Why don't we figure that out? Then we can start putting, because nobody's bigger than the program. You want to know about the zesty ghost in the prostate? Yeah, go and Google that, fam. You know what I'm talking about? Go and Google. ChatGPT is up to date. Go and talk to that nigga. You know what I mean? Because those are private conversations about the zesty ghost in the prostate. But take that. Yeah, Rich Phil is eternal. Facts Initiative is eternal. That's right. It is going to live further than me. My Facts Initiative will survive. It's the plan. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than me. Okay? The plan is bigger than me. Right? The initiative is beyond anything that I could bring to you. You know what I'm saying? It's not mine. I don't own it. It's the Facts Initiative. As you can see right now, food, right? Food. How many people do you know have food businesses? How many people do you know eat, first of all? And then how many people do you know have banging ass food businesses? And then third, how much good vegan food have you eaten recently? Right? Boom. The arts. You saw with the Hollywood strike, right? That's the arts. You saw how they crippled the world. You see how important the arts is. They're celebrating 50 years of an art culture and whatnot called hip hop that basically has the pulse of the world at its fingertips. Then you got clothes. Yeah, that's self-explanatory. Look at the drip. Look at the drip. There's how many clothing brands have popped up ever since we started Facts Initiative in 2017. How many conscious clothing brands do you know? How many? Look at the clothing business online. I just went to the Atlanta street market. There's $1 million brands and whatnot that's run by 17-year-olds. Fire drip, right? My vendors last night, fire drip, right? Like I said, you know what I'm talking about? We got pieces, y'all. Niggas done stepped it up, right? Look at what 19 Keys is doing with crowns and everything. This is all consciousness. This is facts. This is the Facts Initiative. This is what I spoke into existence. I don't know if people understand that, but the book is on the way so we can break it down. But that's the Facts Initiative, right? Food, right? Huh? This is food, my nigga. Horticulture, right? These are crops. Don't ever let no European or no pale people make you feel no type of way about crops that you grow in the dirt. Marijuana, THC, CBD, shrooms and things like that. Fuck out of here, nigga. That's a crop. Y'all the hemp, y'all deny us our crops and whatnot. Y'all try to rule over our crops. This is our land. And everything that comes out of the land is ours. And we have the right to sell it. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, we got that low too. You about to see me, I'm going to pop out dripping in that low. Yeah, head to toe. Yeah, bringing back Phil figure. Yeah, Rich Phil said bring him back. But technology, right? In fact, you got the food, the art, the clothes, the technology. Now, that's self-explanatory. You see what AI is doing, right? You see what AI is doing. It wasn't doing that when facts came out, but you see what AI is doing. So technology, that's self-explanatory. Tesla, nigga. Cars driving themselves and whatnot. That's the technology that I speak of. The Oculus Rift, the Apple Vision Pro, VR, AR, SR. You know what I mean? That's tech. That's facts right there. And then Shelter. Shout out to the Acre Boys. Now, you know what's going on with Shelter because you know what's going on with that real estate. You know what's going on with that land and whatnot. You know what's going on with that quote-unquote acreage. People is flipping the acres. You got people buying. There was a black family that just sold 253 acres in upstate New York, I believe, for about $15 million. I think that was I don't know if that was the best price. Yeah. Come on now. Yeah. Red, you gave prophecy. You got to go way back and watch the 2014 18 videos. Nigga, I was having higher level conversations in 2014. Shout out to 19 Keys. You know what I'm talking about? We was having higher level conversations, high level conversation, prophecy, my nigga, prophetic shit. And it's still on YouTube. With all of the shit that they took down, I still got 1,000 videos on YouTube. How about that? How about that? I fed this machine, y'all. I fed this server. I did my due diligence. All I'm looking for is my parachute fucking, where's my check? That's all I'm looking, where's my severance pay? Cause nigga, I got fired like they fired Sam Altman, right? Nigga, I got cut from the company. I got cut from YouTube, nigga. They Sam Altman a nigga. With no severance pay. That's all I'm saying. 15 years. Niggas done helped push the whole, we helped save lives. My mama curing AIDS, curing cancer, curing herpes, curing all of these things. I got 8,000 emails about the lives that we saved, babies that we saved, elders that we saved, people that came out of hospice just by listening to Blog Talk, watching the YouTube, all of these things, taking the Goldwater, taking the Seymours, taking the Seventh Heaven, wearing the Kings County. You know what I'm talking about? I had a brother who was wearing Kings County in the airport, met a doctor who helped to save this person who needed a kidney transplant. Facts. I'll show you the email. The level of testimonials. And if there's testimonials from anybody in the audience where we impacted your life in a positive way. We're compiling all of these things because, like I said, I'm in litigation. I'm in the litigation stages because we're taking Alphabet, Meta, Twitter, and a few other of these tech companies to a lawsuit, to court. I'm not, you niggas can't pay me. I'm not asking you. The people, y'all can't pay me. You know what I mean? Y'all could fund me. Y'all could be the funders of what we're doing. You could be an investor, but you can never pay me. That's not your job. It's their job. It's their job. They got $1 trillion. Y'all going, you know what I mean? I don't tap into the sufferers' pockets and whatnot. I'm coming for that. I'm doing what I always been doing. I'm going up against Goliath. We always tap the pockets of the colonizer. We didn't feed off of the people. You know what I'm talking about? That's why I hold my head up high. I never sold drugs to nobody's mama and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? No judgment to anybody that did, and no disrespect to anybody that was the mama, right? But I had morals, and I had standards, and I had integrity, even when I was outside and whatnot. We was about poking the fucking bear. We was about poking the bear, nigga. I'm cut from the Brinks truck kind of cloth, dead president type of shit. We was doing heist, nigga. We was pulling off heists. You know? That's what we was doing. We wasn't destroying our people. We wasn't part of the fucking, we wasn't doing Rick Ross type shit. We wasn't part of an operation. You know what I mean? You see the boosting right now going crazy. We was doing that in 1991, 1992, 93, nigga. The same shit that you see going on right now. We was in New York City and Brooklyn, and we took that show on the road and went all up and down I-95, steaming out of stores, wrecking shit. You know, tearing shit the fuck down, getting our reparations right in front of all of these crackers. You said what happened to the broadcast last night? It's on Patreon. It's up. It's up. You know? So, we had enough conversation for the day. That was a great talk. We're going to be doing Techno Tuesdays. It's going to be more of a technology themed Tuesday show. That's going to be coming. Look forward. Look up to it. But after Melanin Mondays and seeing myself in 8K, I'm going to upload the video. Y'all going to see how this shit really look. Yeah, I can't go back now. Yeah, all of the content is on Patreon. Anybody miss me on YouTube? Anybody want to see what we doing? We never slow down. We on Patreon, behind the paywall. You got to pay to get in the club now. But no, the Patreon is free, as a matter of fact. You could come in the club. All the doors are opened up. Come into our house. Come into our social club. Come into our community. Come one, come all. Let me put it in a chat. It's called Red Pillar on Patreon. Come one, come all. But if you want the perks, if you want to get into the VIP room and whatnot, if you want to go behind the velvet rope, then start from $5 and up. $5 gives you access to all of the YouTube lives, and $44 gives you access to one of the classes, and then the $99 tiers gives you access to all of the classes, all of the collection, all of the posts, all of the PDFs, everything that we do on the channel. You get access, and every time we do a lecture, you get a free ticket, whether it's a live ticket or a live stream ticket. There's perks with this shit. And we got more stuff coming to the Patreon. We have Blue Pill teaching ancestral intelligence, 4 weeks of that. You got Red Pill teaching 40 AIs in a Mule workshop, 4 weeks of that. You just had Ross Ben teaching his classes, A Pivot Through Time, 4 weeks of that. And you have Ra Aku, the Cosmo Physician. He gave you 8 weeks of that, right? He gave you 8 weeks of that. Then you had Chicago Crypto. He was giving you everything dealing with cryptocurrency. So now when the bull market comes, you could get to your fucking bag and whatnot. People are already rich, right? Based off of the moves they made a few months ago, niggas is already good. because the market is bouncing back. So all of that is available to you on Patreon. We working, we never stopping, we putting on, we feeding our master teachers, our peers and whatnot. We breaking bread with them, not just in word, but in action. We making a way, and we ask for the people who agree and who have integrity and who want to be quality of members to join us. Your numbers mean everything. I don't know y'all personally yet, right? That's going to change with the VR world. When we enter into immersive, that will all change. But up until now, all y'all know is me. So if y'all got trust, right? All of that, I love you, Brother Red. Yeah, you got to show me. You understand? Love is an action word. Either through investing in what I'm doing or by joining up and standing, being one of those heads that we count when we like, yo, we got 10,000 patrons. What led to the YouTube page closing? 3 fucking strikes against my quote unquote right of speech. They said that we violated the terms of YouTube's right to not hate speech, never hate speech. They never said hate speech. They said that we were giving medical misinformation. So you know what that is, right? You know what that is, right? So you know when that lawsuit smack them upside the head, you know what's about to happen. You know what I'm talking about? You know they're going to get their shit rocked because they went against people talking about natural healing, people talking about not poisoning themselves, and people pleading and giving them that. We gave the receipts to our people and we got terminated by YouTube, a 15-year-old platform. We were there for 15 years. So imagine what type of back pay they're going to pay us when we cook their ass. One thing about big tech, they don't want the bad publicity. They don't want the bad publicity. So we getting our paperwork together right now, and we're going to cook their ass. I don't want to go to no other platform. I don't want to give my energy to nobody. We're going to take the money that we get from cooking them, and we're going to build our own fucking conglomerates. You understand? That's how you do it. So in 2023, everything that you thought is a negative is a positive. If you begin to look at it like that, peace, hip hop motivator, peace to the God. I want to do a live with you too, King. We got a lot to talk about. In 2023, the best way to get out of this rut that people are in, the best way to break out of the why me pens, the best way to break out of the quote unquote pity party is to look at all of this negative shit that's coming down on you as a positive. That's the only way to get up out of this shit, because that's what's happening. So if they terminated my channel, me and Blue celebrated and pop bottles and we have fun, because that shit is to be celebrated, because that's the fucking bag right there. That is a watershed moment. That is a part of the history, but that is the opportunity for us to do something bigger and better. And what did it compel us to do? Melanin Monday Live. I got a fucking neon sign. All I need is a grass wall and I'm officially lit, nigga. You know what I mean? It got us on 8K cameras now. It got us with production. It got us with a whole team. So negatives are turning to positive. Adversities are turning to come-ups. You know what I'm saying? The resistance builds strength. That's why you go to the gym, right? Resistance builds strength. You smile at adversity. You dig what I'm saying? It's niggas in Gaza right now, rolling up Zaza right now, smiling. How, Sway? You niggas need to tap in into something deeper inside of you, and then you gonna understand about what the fuck it is that I'm saying. Yeah, we gotta talk about Diddy and Revolt. Shout out to all of my niggas on Revolt, but yeah, that conversation needs to be happening. I need a panel. I need a panel. Where's the panels at? Fuck a channel. I need a panel, nigga. It's panel season, nigga. It's panel season. It's panel season. I went food shopping. I got a whole cart full of shit to cook, nigga. It's time to cook. It's panel season. Isn't it Thanksgiving around the corner? Yeah. Yeah, nigga. Let's have this tofurkey. Let's have a whole panel on Thanksgiving and we're going to cook these niggas. There's some turkeys out there. They was out there handing out them GMO turkeys and whatnot, them slutty turkeys and whatnot. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, stuffing. Yeah. Yeah, nigga, cornbread and all that. We need a panel. Panels is paneling, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, nigga. We need to channel a panel. You know what I'm talking about? We need to channel a panel, even have the ancestors in the panel with us. But it's time. I got a whole fucking Costco's shopping cart filled up with some food. We gonna cook these niggas. They been giving us plates. P. Diddy been giving us plates, nigga. Joe Biden been giving us plates, man. Yeah, Netanyahu, they been giving us some kosher meals, man. It's time to cook. Liar Cohen on Vlad TV talking crazy. Yeah, they been giving us plates. I'm ready to hand out these free turkeys, nigga. I'm ready to hand out these free turkeys to Nick Cannon and Wildin' Out. Let's go. Let's go. It's time to eat. I'm gonna get this shit started. Let me start beating on the drum. That might be next Monday's topic. It's time to channel a panel. I think next Monday we're gonna have the panel. It's time to eat, niggas. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a Thanksgiving feast. Yeah, next Monday we're gonna eat. Third Eye Thursday's coming up. That's gonna be the first panel. Yeah, it's time to eat. Where's the brother? Yo, if you want to be on that panel, hit me on the DM. Hit me on the DM. We got to talk about all of this fuckery before Scorpio season, as Scorpio season winds down. We need that panel. We got to cook. Too much shit going on. That part, job turkeys. These niggas is tofu turkeys. These niggas is yeah, man. It's a lot of tofu turkey, two turkeys, tofu jerkies. Yeah, it's a lot of that. And we got new music coming, right? New music coming. Me and Blue Pill. Remember when Andre 3000 said the South got something to say? Well, the new mixtape is called The Pills Got Something to Say. You know what I'm talking about? Picture the same fucking, when he was holding the Source Award, put my face right on top of his. If there's anybody out there as an artist in Midjourney, can you make the album cover for me? Because I'm busy right now. I got a lot of shit going on. Make the album cover and I will reward you with some drip. You get a reward. I'm into rewarding. We got to build a reward system. Start helping our people out and whatnot. You're going to get to choose from a reward. But if the first person to make the album cover, take the Andre 3000, right? This is what I got right here. This is Uncle Hanky's. This shit is a power piece. And we got shit for your phone. We got shit, bro. We got work over here, man. Don't let me start. I'm going to have to do a whole TikTok store, right? And start selling shit because I got a lot of merch. But I want an album cover to be exact. Take the Source Award with Andre 3000 said the South got something to say. The exact same picture. Put me and Blue Pill right there in the place of Andre and his man, Big Boy, and say the Pills got something to say. Because me and Andre is 48 years old. He said he don't got nothing to rap about, but I do. The Pills got something to say. Whoever does that album cover for us, I could do it. But please don't make me do it. Because I don't want to, you know what I mean? I can't do everything, man. Red Friday, yes. Red Friday merch live auction. Yes. At Black Wall Street. Instead of Black Friday, Red Friday merch live auction. Wait till you see this new fucking merch. Wait till you see my new pieces, yo. I promise you. I'm so impressed. There you have it. And so it is. And that's what it's going to be. My TikTok account is Red Pillar 44. Red Pillar 44. You know what I mean? No Sean. What up? I was just telling them about the drip. You know what I mean? I was telling them about the drip. We're going to do a giveaway, right? I have somebody in the audience that's an artist make an album cover, the Andre 3000 Source Awards, where he said the South got something to say. Take a Mid-Journey or Photoshop, whatever, red pill and blue pill. The pills got something to say. That's our mixtape. Hopefully we gonna give it to you niggas on Red Friday and whatnot. Me and Blue is going crazy. That's the lead up to the new project, Red Winter. But before Red Winter, you're gonna get Red Summer Deluxe. You know what I mean? We loading this shit up. We loading up the stocking stuffings. My new Cycle 48, Rich Phil is not playing. My motherfucking agent is on my ass. Pause. He got me working. Rich Phil is my manager, and his nigga got me working. You know what I mean? He got me working. So, you know, it's here. The time is now. You know what I mean? The time is now. I said a lot, though. So, I expect some people to hit us up and let us know. Drop KTL in the chat, and you'll get a link in your DM and whatnot, and we could continue this conversation, KTL. And we got a money-making opportunity. We have 40 people show up to the Zoom so you can hear about this new money-making opportunity, right? Who wants to lose weight? Who wants some energy, right? Who's feeling fatigued, right? Who wants to lose some weight? Who wants some energy? Who wants to sleep better? All of these things we're going to be able to help you with, okay? We are partnering with some health and wellness firms out there, and we get into it, okay? We get into it. We not playing. Put it in capitals, yo. KTL in caps. Put it in capitals. We have opportunities for income streams where y'all are going to be able to get to your fucking bag, all right? They have ways that you can lose weight, and it's non-surgical and whatnot. And we got to talk about that. Yeah, whoever needs that, don't be shy, man. Talk to me. I ain't judging nobody. Rich Phil is foraying and venturing into health and wellness 10 toes down. I'm going into health and wealthness. Health and wealthness. Is there a replay for the webinar? Yes, it is. Inbox me. We have a replay for the Zoom, and we have another one coming up very soon. Everybody that was in that Zoom, we are going to be contacting you via phone today. I'm building a network. I'm building a movement. I'm building some shit bigger than what YouTube and Instagram is offering us. Don't look for everything on YouTube. Don't look for everything to be an update. Break out of that cycle. Learn how to get some fucking good news in private, y'all. I work better in private. I'm a private person. This is my public face right here. On Instagram. This is my public face. But in private, on Discord, on Patreon, all of that is together, I'm doing a lot more. Even on my Zooms, when I'm more personable, I'm giving a lot more. Giving a lot more. Yeah, IRL, in real life. Shit is real. We're really building. We're really coming together. We're really networking. I really got multi-million-dollar brands around me. I'm really representing multi-million-dollar artists and whatnot. Right? I'm out here negotiating big deals for people in our community so they can have big meals. Right? And I'm utilizing AI to assist me. I have to be open and transparent that Rich Phil, right, is in collaborations with quote unquote AGI. You know? Artificial General Intelligence. Yeah, that part. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, man, this new era that we in is going to be exciting. And I'm going to make it my business to bring opportunities. You're going to get sick and tired of me bringing opportunities to y'all. Y'all going to get sick and tired of me of talking about opportunities and abundance. You're going to get sick and you're going to unfollow me because I'm helping too many fucking people. You know what I mean? I'm going to make you sick. If you were sick and tired of me before, my nigga, you better get your stomach line because you really about to start throwing up. Yeah, rumor has it Rich Phil got the Neuralink, nigga. I'm in my bag. You know what I'm talking about? I'm in my bag. So, yeah, it's means to rejoice. You know what I mean? We're not arrogant and I rejoice and whatnot because we know the universe will humble your ass quick. So we don't boast and we're not arrogant. You feel me? You have to be careful to be arrogant in this society, in this world. It will cut you down like a tree. But we grateful, right? We grateful and we honorable, and we definitely give thanks, and we grateful and we appreciative for the 2% of support that we do get. You know what I mean? Because that 2% goes a long way. You know what I mean? We're very grateful of that. We want to say thank you. You know what I'm talking about? And for our network, we want to say thank you for putting on and continuing to, lead with integrity and lead with ingenuity. You know what I mean? And lead with some type of quote unquote, genuineness. That part. So with that being said, we out of here. Wednesday, Ancestral Intelligence, class number 3 with Blue Pill. Only on Patreon, only on Zoom, only for Rainbow, Opal, and Up. Okay? Blue Pill will be teaching at 8 p.m. And y'all be able to tap in. And yeah, with that being said, stay dangerous, y'all. Peace.